Did you find the personality between American and Taiwanese very different?
Yeah. People where I live are very loud. They're loud and they'll talk to you. Here, I think because I'm such a foreigner and I look different, not that many people have talked to me. But in America, like I feel like a lot of people talk to each other. So, but also there's the language barrier because I don't speak Chinese. So, but yeah, I would say it's quite different. But it's kind of similar. Like there's so many different people in America, so it's just different cultures all over.
Or maybe in your college, did you meet any Taiwanese people or?
Yes, but they were from America. So like their family was maybe from Taiwan, but then they moved here. Because actually where my college was near Claremont, which is like the Asian district. So there's a lot of people in my class that were of like Asian descent. I think because I've been to New York, so like California is the super west side of this America, and then New York's the east side. And I've taken the subway there, which is like their underground like MRT, and it's super dirty and it's super complicated. And I speak English, like, and I get lost on the subway. But here, I haven't gotten lost yet. So here, I feel like it's very easy, and there's so much English that I didn't think there would be. And my friend was like, "You'll be fine. Like, don't worry, you'll get around." And Google Maps is so good. Like, it tells you what like district, what station, what exit to get off of, and it'll tell you how many stops you have to wait. In New York, it doesn't do that. So
Wow.
I'm very surprised, and I've told a lot of my friends like on social media that I'm traveling today by myself, and they're all like, "How are you getting around? Like that doesn't make any sense." But it's very like friendly here. I think a lot of people have come to Taiwan and they could come even if they don't speak Chinese, which is not what I thought, because I was like, oh well, I have my friend here, so it'll be fine. But she was saying that a lot of people here speak English because you guys learned it in school, but maybe in like Korea or Japan they don't speak as much English.
Yeah.
So she's like, you'll be fine, like you can just go and figure it out. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get lost, so you need to come find me when I'm lost. And she was like, you're not gonna get lost.
Yeah, I think Taiwanese government, they put a lot of effort in like helping tourists.
Yeah.
Also Taiwanese people, I think we're very friendly. We like to help like tourists to find their way.
Yeah, no, I think so. I agree. It was really good. Yeah, everything was really good. I'd give it 10 out of 10.
Great.
Yeah.
How do you manage your time?
My whole life was extra activities. Like I never did really any clubs. Like I just had a group of friends and we did what we wanted to do. So I'm super big on surfing. Like I like to surf where I live. So I'm always in the water with my friends. We also like to skate, so we go to skate parks. The San Diego Zoo is like super pretty. I wanted to go to the Taipei Zoo. I haven't gone yet. But we have a zoo pass, so we can go to the zoo as many times as we want. So yeah, the friends I have, like I didn't meet through clubs, but I've just grown up with them. So I just have my friends that like, yeah, we meet new people all the time, but sometimes you just need like a couple good friends that you can always know to like rely on and hang out with. So I would say my activities are very like outdoorsy from high school till now, like because I just live my life and do what I want, I guess.
So what do you want to do in the future?
I think my dream is to travel everywhere. I want to go to every country, like thank you, everywhere I can go. Because I mean, it's really expensive to travel, so that's the only like setback. But that would be my dream, because I didn't even think I'd ever be going to Taiwan, and here I am, or Japan. So like, if I had to live my life, I'd want to live it meeting different people and going to different places, because there's a whole earth. Like, why would you want to just stay in one place the whole time? You should check everything out. So I would say that.
That's great. Before you came to Taiwan, do you know anything about Taiwan or any stereotype of maybe American? Because I'm just curious about how Americans see Taiwan. Because sometimes I might maybe saw like Taiwan on maybe CNN news. So just curious about how do Americans see Taiwan now?
I didn't personally hear any stereotypes. Maybe that, like, you guys have new buildings and old buildings. Like, there's parts of Taiwan that looks a little older, and then there's parts that look newer. So I had just heard that there's different, like, areas of, like, where you want to stay, but nothing about the culture. And I think because I had my friend Yuriko, I all heard, like, good stereotypes. Like, I didn't hear anything bad. I heard that you guys are really nice people. And yeah, I mean, just like hanging out with her dad, who's from here, he talked very highly of Taiwan. So all I heard was good things, and that it's like a nice place to travel to. And
so do you think what is the best things to live in US?
some of the best things, I would say our food is really good. Like, obviously Din Tai Fung doesn't maybe compare to here, but we do have such a wide variety of food, and it's all usually really good. Like Italian, we have really good Mexican food, Chinese, Japanese. Like, you can pretty much eat wherever you want, and there'll be your culture of food wherever you're from. We're also such a huge variety of people, so although like a lot of us are Americans, we have a lot of different people that live there, which I think is really cool, because then you get to see different like cultures. And even in school, like in high school, you're not with just like all white people, like you're with all different types of people. And at least the area I live in, I really like the ocean. Like, obviously in Italy and England, I got to go in the water, but I do really think San Diego, which is like the area I live in specifically, has really pretty beaches. And the weather. Like, San Diego weather is so nice. Right now it's been raining, but usually there's not a lot of rain. People are usually really tan because it's just really hot and sunny, which makes you want to be at the beach. So like for people that don't want really seasons, like if that's what you like, San Diego's a perfect place to live.
How about the lifestyle? Do you find difference between like Taiwan and US?
Yes. Well, first off, San Diego's really expensive to live in. Like, apartments are super expensive, but they're also nicer. Like, the apartment I'm in is kind of a culture shock because like I'm used to a way different like setup. I think you guys live in tinier little areas, but maybe also I'm just not in like, you know, more of an expensive area. In San Diego, it goes from like super rich to super poor. So there's all kinds of people. It'll be like mansions that people live in, or there's people that live in houses or apartments, or like, I don't know, just every area is different. So kind of just depends. There's some areas that are like, that's where all the rich people go, and then there's other areas where it's like everyone goes. So here I feel like it doesn't really matter. Like, everyone is everywhere.
How about the life pace? Do you feel Taiwanese people is slowly?
Yeah, so when I'm walking around and seeing like all like the vendors or everyone that has their streets, like on the streets that are selling stuff, to me it seems like a slower pace of life. Like, they're just happy to be where they are. But when you guys are getting off of the metro stations, then it feels like a fast pace of life because everyone's like rushing. Everyone's rushing to catch the next like train or bus because maybe they don't want to like miss the next one. Compared to where I live feels like super high, like fast pace of life. Like, everyone's like trying to be like number one, or like trying to get to where they need to go. Like, everyone in traffic honks at people. Like, no one's patient anymore. Everyone's just very like, I need to get to where I need to go. And here it doesn't really feel like that. Here, like, you look outside and like you just see people enjoying time and just walking around. So I think for vacation, it's a really cool spot because you can kind of just be slow and just enjoy what you're doing and all of that. So yeah.